Hello everyone, welcome to our English Learning Podcast. We are really happy that you are listening to us today. This podcast is made especially for beginners who want to speak English confidently. Many people understand English, but they feel nervous when they try to speak. If you feel shy, scared, or confused while speaking English, don't worry at all. You are not alone, and this podcast is for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Lena. Thank you so much for joining us today. Starting a conversation in English can feel very difficult for beginners. Many learners think, what should I say first? Or they worry, what if my English is wrong? Today, we will help you feel more confident.
Yes, today's topic is very important. We will talk about how to start a conversation in English using easy words and simple sentences. Lena, many beginners say that starting a conversation is the hardest part. Why do you think people feel so nervous?
That's a very good question, Paul. People feel nervous because they are afraid of making mistakes. They worry about grammar, pronunciation, or using the wrong words. Sometimes they also worry about what the other person will think. This fear stops them from speaking, even when they want to talk.
Yes, and many people think they need perfect English to start a conversation.
But that's not true. You don't need perfect English. You only need simple, polite, and clear sentences.
Now let's talk about the very first step in starting a conversation. Lena, how can a beginner start a conversation in English without feeling nervous or confused?
That's a great question, Paul. The easiest and safest way for a beginner to start a conversation is by using a simple greeting. Greetings are very important because they break the silence and show that you are friendly and polite. Many beginners think they need a long sentence to start speaking, but that is not true. You don't need to say a lot of words in the beginning. Even one small word can start a conversation. For example, beginners can say simple greetings like, hi, hello, good morning, good evening. These greetings are short, easy to pronounce, and used every day in English. You can use them at school, at work, in a shop, or when meeting someone new.
That's absolutely right. Sometimes beginners feel pressure to say something smart or interesting, but that pressure is unnecessary. A simple greeting is more than enough to begin. Also, when you say a greeting, don't forget to smile. A smile makes you look confident and friendly, even if your English is not perfect. If you want to sound a little more friendly or polite, you can add a short question. For example, you can say, hi, how are you?
Yes, this sentence is very common and very useful for beginners. You will hear it everywhere in English-speaking countries. It helps continue the conversation naturally, and it shows that you care about the other person.
So after greeting someone, what should beginners say next? Many learners get stuck at this point.
Yes, that's true. After greeting, beginners can ask a simple and safe question. Safe questions are questions that are polite, friendly, and not too personal. These questions help you continue the conversation without making the other person uncomfortable. They are perfect for beginners because they are easy to remember and easy to answer. For example, beginners can ask questions like, how are you? Are you new here? How is your day going? These questions are very common in daily English conversations. You can use them at work, in class, or when meeting someone for the first time.
Yes, and the best part is that you don't need to ask many questions. Beginners sometimes think they must keep talking, but that's not necessary. Just ask one simple question and then listen carefully to the answer. Listening is a very important part of communication.
Exactly. When you listen carefully, you understand better and you feel more confident. A good conversation is not about speaking a lot. It's about speaking and listening in balance.
Lena, after greeting and asking a question, is it important to introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Introducing yourself is a very important step because it makes the conversation more personal and friendly. When you introduce yourself, the other person feels more comfortable talking to you. It also helps build a connection. For beginners, the introduction should be very simple. You don't need long sentences or difficult words. A very simple introduction can be, hi, my name is Lena, or hello, I'm Lena. These sentences are short, clear, and used all over the world. Every beginner should practice them.
Yes, and I can say, hi, my name is Paul. After that, you can add one small extra sentence if you want. For example, I work here. I study here. I am a student.
But beginners should always remember one important thing. Keep it simple.
Lena, we have talked a lot about speaking, greetings, and questions. But listening is also very important in a conversation, right?
Yes, Paul, listening is extremely important. A good conversation is not only about speaking English well, it is also about listening carefully to the other person and understanding what they are saying. Many beginners focus only on what they want to say next. Because of this, they don't listen properly. But when you listen carefully, the conversation becomes natural and comfortable. When the other person is speaking, look at them, stay calm, and show interest. You don't need to interrupt or think too much about grammar at that moment. You can show interest by using very small and simple responses like, "That's nice." "Oh, really?" "I see." "That sounds good." These short responses tell the other person that you are listening and you care about what they are saying. Even if your English is simple, these words make you sound polite and friendly.
That's very true. These small responses are very powerful. They help the other person feel comfortable and respected. Beginners often think they need big English words to sound smart, but that's not necessary. Simple words and good listening skills are more important than difficult vocabulary. Now let's talk about confidence. Confidence is very important when starting a conversation in English.
Yes, confidence is important, but many people misunderstand confidence. Confidence does not mean speaking loudly or talking too much. Real confidence means speaking calmly, speaking clearly, and being polite. It means feeling okay even if your English is not perfect. Beginners should remember that making mistakes is normal. Everyone makes mistakes while learning a new language. Confidence comes from trying, not from being perfect. Another very important part of confidence is respect. Always respect the other person's time and feelings. If the other person looks busy, tired, or not interested, it's completely okay to stop the conversation politely. You can smile and say something simple like, "Nice talking to you," or "Have a good day."
That's a very important point. Respect is more important than perfect English. People will remember how polite and kind you were, not how many mistakes you made. So always choose respect over showing off your English. Now it's your turn to practice. Learning English happens when you practice, not just when you listen. Start with very simple things. Practice greetings, simple questions, and short answers. You don't need to practice for hours every day. You can practice in front of a mirror to build confidence. You can also practice with a friend, a family member, or even by talking to yourself.
Yes, and always remember to speak slowly. Speaking slowly helps you think clearly and pronounce words better. Don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are a very important part of learning English. Every mistake helps you improve and become more confident. Even 5 or 10 minutes of practice every day can make a big difference. Small steps every day lead to big improvement over time.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. We really appreciate your time and support.
We hope this lesson helped you feel more confident about starting a conversation in English.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next episode. Bye.